Coming up, 3 things that you can do today to emerge as a leader.
I have a dream, that's all I need. I'll make it happen with some work and belief.
Hi everyone, my name is Kai. I emerged as a leader, and part of me thinks it's almost accidental. Or at least it's due to the kindness of a leader that I looked up towards very early on in my career. Now, I don't want your career to be accidental, so today I'll share with you the experience over the last decade or two where I analyzed what are the things that I've been doing to emerge as a leader so that you can do that as well. By the way, emerging as a leader isn't the only thing that I talk about. Every single week I share business advice and leadership skills so that visionaries can discover their freedom. If you're interested in that, consider subscribing. And also, just for your information, we do have a mini series going on right now that talks about the implications on business due to the lockdown and what happens once the lockdown is over. Again, if you're interested in that, consider subscribing and watch out for the videos here on this channel. Now, let's get into our topic for today. Number 1, don't wait to lead until you're given the official authority. As a matter of fact, I've just done a video on this separately. I'll link it again here on the screen and in the description box below, and it'll give you useful hints and tips what you can do in terms of leadership when you're not in charge. But for the purpose of this video, don't wait. So have a vision and communicate that vision to people around you, because some of them may gladly follow and you get your first sense of leadership. Second thing that you can do today is know yourself. Great leaders actually have one very particular habit. They know themselves very well. They know all their strengths on the one side, but they also know what they can't do as well. And they use it to their advantage, and they share freely the strengths that they are given, and they take also very freely from people around them advice and information on all the things that they are not as competent in. And that is something that you can do today as well. You can build those relationships. Make sure that you share your strengths with people around you. Make sure that you start building connections with people who are better in a particular area where you know that you are maybe not as strong or even weak. My challenge to you is today define 1 strength that you have and 1 weakness that you have. Now put them down in the comment section below. And after you've done that, think about 1 friend who could benefit from your strengths, and think about 1 person that could help you with your weaker points. Third point that you can do today is stand out. And by that, I don't mean stand out by any means possible. And you don't need to have a loud personality to stand out. What I mean is do something differently to the people around you. For example, I learned very early on in my career that people came to me and listened to me because I had practical solutions to regulations in the industry. And at the time, the industry was dominated by lawyers and by regulators and by policymakers. But I didn't have any interest in that. I didn't want to know what the letter of the law was. I wanted to know what the spirit of the law is. And based on that, I came up with practical solutions to those problems. And it made me stand out. And people started to listen. And I became the go-to guy where we could sell our ideas to clients, where we could demonstrate how practical we are approaching a certain regulation, also to the regulators. And we could also demonstrate that overall this approach was a lot cheaper. So I stood out by doing something differently, and that is something that you can do in your line of work today as well. Point number 4.
But Kai, you said there's only 3 points. What are we going to do?
Point number 4. When you are done, shut up. No, seriously, I see so many examples of that. When everything is done, when an argument has been made, people still continue to talk. Or when they have communicated the vision, they can't shut up. And that's something that nobody wants in a leader. And so you can practice that today as well. Once you've made your point, once you've done your work, we shut up. And people appreciate the time and the consideration of their time that you give them. Right, guys, those were the 3 things that I wanted to share with you today, and now I shut up. And by the way, leaders also usually have a vision, which I have as well. My vision is to bring business advice and leadership skills to all those around us who want it and who need it, especially the visionaries who want to discover their freedom. So if you do want to support that vision, hit the like button, because that way YouTube will show this video and other videos to many like you and I. Oh, and by the way, when you do those 3 things that we talked about, your boss will notice. And if you add this one thing that I put on the screen here, then you will emerge as a leader. So I will see you over there and in the next video.